Quiet, numbskulls. I'm broadcasting.
All right, let's take it from the top again. Places. Action.
Well, let's see. We have on the bags, we have who's on first, what's on second, I don't know is on third.
That's what I want to find out.
I say who's on first, what's on second, I don't know's on third.
Are you the manager?
Yes.
You going to be the coach, too?
Yes.
And you know the fellow's name?
Well, I should.
Well, then who's on first?
Yes.
I mean the fellow's name.
Who?
The guy on first.
Who?
The first baseman.
Who?
The guy playing first.
Who is on first?
I'm asking you who's on first.
That's the man's name.
That's whose name?
Yes.
Well, go ahead and tell me.
That's it.
That's who?
Yes.
Join us for another voyage back in time on Classic Radio Rewind. From adventures to westerns, from comedy to sci-fi, this is your ticket to Theater of the Mind. Without any further ado, here's your host for Classic Radio Rewind, Barry Slinker.
Hello again, everyone, and welcome to another edition of Classic Radio Rewind. I'm Barry Slinker, your host for the next 2 hours, as we continue into October and with more Halloween classics. This week we'll hear from a very rare detective program, Deadline for Danger, with an unknown broadcast date. Followed by the adventures of Archie Andrews from 1948, and lastly, Lights Out from 1946. But kicking off this week's edition, we'll hear from My Favorite Husband, starring Lucille Ball. Liz and George learned that the Atterberries are throwing a Halloween party, but didn't invite them. From October 28th in 1949, this is My Favorite Husband with Lucille Ball with the Halloween Surprise Party.
It's time for My Favorite Husband, starring Lucille Ball.
Hello, everybody.
Yes, it's the new Gay Family series starring Lucille Ball with Richard Denning, brought to you by the Jell-O family of desserts.
J-E-L-L. Oh, the big red letters stand for the Jell-O family. Oh, the big red letters stand for the Jell-O family. That's Jell-O.
Yum, yum, yum.
Jell-O puddings. Yum, yum, yum. Jell-O tapioca puddings. Yes, sirree.
And now Lucille Ball with Richard Denning as Liz and George Cooper, two people who live together and like it. As we look in on the Coopers, it's late afternoon, and George Cooper is on his way home from the bank. He just got his car out of Miller's garage where he left it to be overhauled, and is on his way to Sally's beauty parlor where he left his wife, Liz, to be overhauled. He pulls to a stop by an attractive girl standing on the corner.
Going my way, baby?
Oh, hi, George.
I didn't know it was you, Liz.
Oh, George, you pull that same corny gag every time you pick me up for the last 10 years.
Well, it always gets a rise out of you.
Well, not today.
Hey, come on, get in.
Well, I'm trying.
What are you doing, Liz? You can't open the door with your elbows. Use your hands.
I can't. My nail polish isn't dry. Oh, I can't do it. Well, you're certainly being a big help.
Well, I'm thinking. Try using your teeth.
Oh, skip it. You just drive on home, and I'll run along behind you. A breeze will dry my polish.
Oh, I'm just kidding you, honey. Here, I'll open the door.
Well, thank you. You know, George, before we were married, you would have leaped out of the car, sprinted around to the other side, and swung open the door for me.
Well, that was 10 years ago. If I did that today, I'd have a heart attack.
If you did that today, I'd have a heart attack.
Well, you're in a good mood.
Oh, I'm sorry, George, but while I was in the beauty parlor, Sally told me some very disturbing news.
There's a strike in the henna factory.
No, it was really serious. Now, who do you think is giving a party and hasn't invited us?
Elsa Maxwell?
Oh, if you're going to be smart, Alecky, I won't tell you.
Okay.
I mean it. I won't tell you.
No, okay by me.
Begging will get you nowhere. Well, all right, I'll tell you. The Atterberries are having a costume party Halloween night, and they didn't invite us.
What?
It's true, so help me.
Oh, I don't believe it. Who told you a thing like that?
Sally, my beauty operator.
Oh, well, I might have known. How does Sally find out everything?
I don't know. I think she has a wire recorder hidden in the hairdryer. But she's always right.
Oh, ridiculous. What reason would the Atterburys have for not inviting us to their party?
Well, I thought you might know. Is everything all right at the bank?
Well, certainly. Oh, this doesn't make sense. We probably just haven't received our invitation yet. It'll be there in the morning mail.
Well, if it isn't, I know what I'm going to do.
What?
I'm going to RSVP without being ASKED.
Liz, come and eat breakfast and stop looking for the mailman. You're pushing your nose all out of shape against the window.
No, I'm not, George. No, I'm not, George. Why doesn't that mailman come?
Well, maybe because it's only 8 o'clock in the morning.
But Mr. Negley's usually here by this... Oh, I know the answer. It's Katie's day off. He starts at the other end of the route when she's not here to give him his breakfast coffee.
Smart operator. Say, how's Katie doing with him? Making any headway?
Oh, yes. She's gotten him to the lap-sitting stage.
No.
Yep. He finally agreed to sit on her lap.
He sits on her lap?
Well, he's so small, George. She'd squash him. Oh, darn it. Where is he? This is our last chance. If that invitation doesn't come this morning, we'll know the Atterburys deliberately snubbed us.
Look, Liz, if the Atterburys want to give a party and not ask us, it's their business. They probably have a very good reason.
There couldn't be any good reason for not asking us. We're their closest friends. They couldn't do a thing like that to us.
No, we've given parties without asking them.
That was different. I had a very good reason.
All right, I can't argue with that kind of feminine logic. Anyway, you only have a beauty operator's rumor that they're giving a party at all.
Oh, no. I checked on it. I had Katie call the Atterburys' maid last night, and they are having a party.
Well, I don't understand it.
Oh, there's Mr. Negley.
Yeah, but your breakfast is getting cold.
Well, I'm not hungry. Mr. Negley, am I glad to see you?
Really? Well, I always look forward to seeing you, too.
Oh. Well, thank you. May I have our mail, please?
Is Katie home?
No. May I have our mail, please?
You know, Mrs. Cooper, I like Katie. Someday, if things go well, maybe she'll let me put my stamp on her envelope.
Mr. Negley, will you give me our mail, please?
I'd love to change her zone number to mine. But she's really too good for me. She's first-class matter.
Yes, could I have...
She's better than that. She's airmail special delivery.
Well, I'm sure she is.
Registered.
Look, Mr. Negley, someday I hope you and Katie settle down and raise a lot of little postcards. But right now, will you please give me our mail?
Oh, yes, I have a letter for you here somewhere. Oh, here it is.
I'll take it. Oh.
Well, you see, Grabby? You've only got half of it. It serves you right.
Well, this might be it. Let's see. You are cordially invited. Quick, what does the other half say?
To bring your car home for service.
Great. Isn't there another letter for us?
No, that's all.
Maybe you made a mistake.
Please. There isn't a man in postal service who sorts his mail more carefully than Harrison Q. Negley.
Oh, well, I'm sorry. Well, let me take a look. Maybe it's stuck down there someplace.
Take your hands off my mail bag!
Mr. Negley, this is more important than you think.
You're tampering with the U.S. mail.
Oh?
Now look what you've done. I'm all unsorted. And heaven knows what you've done to my fragiles. Oh, why didn't I stay in parcel post?
Oh, I'm awfully sorry, Mr. Negley. I thought sure I'd get a letter from Mrs. Atterbury. Here, I'll help you sort them.
No, just leave me alone. And if you're talking about Mrs. Atterbury's party, I delivered those invitations last week, and you didn't get one, and I'm glad. Do you hear me? Glad.
Well, Rudolph, curiosity is about to kill a cat. Guess who just called on the phone?
Who, Lotus Bud?
Liz Cooper. She and George are down at the corner drugstore, and they want to drop by.
Oh, Iris, I wanted to watch television.
Well, you can't. They're coming over.
You mean I have to miss Hopalong Cassidy? This may be the night he gets killed.
I guarantee he won't. Now, they'll be here any minute. Help me pick up the papers on the floor. And remember, not a word about the Halloween party.
Well, don't worry about me. I'm not the blabbermouth in this family.
Well, I can't wait to see their faces when they find out we're giving a surprise Halloween party for them.
Yeah, and at their house. Yeah. Does everyone know what to do?
Oh, sure. We're meeting at Cooper's side door at 8:30 and sneaking in through the kitchen. And then when they... There they are. Now remember, don't even mention Halloween. Liz girl, George boy.
Hi, Iris.
George boy, Liz girl.
Hi, folks.
Well, come in.
Well, I hope you don't mind that we came over without an invitation.
Oh, that's all right. What's new, Liz?
Oh, nothing. What's new with you?
Nothing.
Oh.
How about you, Rudolph? Rudolph?
Yes, Hopalong? I mean, no, nothing new with me.
Well, nothing new with me either.
Nobody asked you. Speaking of the holiday weekend, what are you folks going to do?
What holiday weekend?
Monday is Halloween.
Rudolph! Monday is Halloween!
No!
Yes. Halloween, when people give parties and everybody comes in costume and you invite your best friends.
Sounds like fun.
It's too bad someone isn't giving a party.
Oh, Liz.
Yes?
There's something I've been meaning to ask you.
Yes?
Are you doing anything?
No, not a thing. We'd love to come. What time?
8 o'clock.
Fine.
Yes. 8 o'clock Wednesday morning, we start collecting newspapers for the Salvation Army.
Oh.
Come on, Liz. We'd better go.
Wait a minute, George. It's for such a worthy cause, Iris. Let's not wait till Wednesday morning. Let's start sooner, say, Monday night.
Well, I'd like to, dear, but...
Would you like an ashtray for that butt, darling?
My mother isn't feeling well, and we're having dinner with her, yes.
Yes, we always spend Halloween with the old witch.
Rudolph!
Well, I was only trying to help.
Don't bother. We don't have to have a brick Atterbury fall on us to get the idea. Come on, George. Good night. Well, George, now are you satisfied?
You were right, Liz. I can't get over it. I don't know what to do.
Well, I do. While they're having their party, we'll soap their windows and kick over their garbage can.
And stick a pin in their doorbell.
No, I have a better idea, George. We'll give our own Halloween party and invite everyone but the Atterburys. There's not room in this town for both of us, George. The Atterburys must go.
And now, back to the Coopers. There's a certain party in Sheridan Falls who is upset because she hasn't been invited to a certain party. If Liz only knew that the certain party is a surprise party for her, she'd be the most surprised party of all. Well, Liz is determined to get even, so right now, she's busy inviting all her friends to an opposition party that she's giving.
Hello, Mary. Liz Cooper. We're giving a Halloween party tomorrow night, and we wondered if you... What? Oh, your mother's sick? Well, some other time. Goodbye.
How are you doing, Liz?
If the next 3 couples can come, we'll have 6 people at the party.
That doesn't sound like much of a party.
Well, we can keep moving and make it look like a crowd. Hello, Betty Ray? Liz Cooper. We're giving a party tomorrow night, and... Oh, you can't? Oh, she is. Well, goodbye, and tell your mother I hope she feels better. Bye.
Another refusal.
I don't get it. That makes the 14th one. There must be an epidemic of sick mothers. Well, I'll keep trying. Somebody's mother has to be healthy. I never heard of so... Hello, Margaret. Liz Cooper. I wondered if you and Hans could... Oh, you couldn't? I didn't even ask you yet. Oh, you heard. Oh, your father's sick. Too bad. Well, bye, Margaret.
Well, at least she's different. Her father's sick.
I'll bet he caught it from someone's mother.
Oh, don't you care, honey. You and I will have our own little party right here.
George, something awful is wrong. Our best friends all turned us down. All of them.
Well, forget it, baby. We'll take a course at Arthur Murray's and be successes again.
Oh, it isn't funny. We're social misfits. We're being shunned by society.
Oh, now let's not get carried away.
Well, it's true. First the Atterberries and then all our other friends, making excuses and acting funny. And that's not all.
What do you mean?
Even the birds have left our birdhouse.
They always go south this time of year.
But this year they went early. George, there's something horrible the matter with one of us.
One of us?
Yes, and I know it isn't you, because you're just as wonderful as you've ever been. It's me, and I'm holding you back.
Oh, now, Liz, now don't talk like that.
George, you're my best friend. Is there something even you haven't been able to tell me? Have I been careless about the little things?
Well, now that you mention it, there is something I noticed.
What?
You've only been taking 30 seconds for your 60-second workout.
Oh, George. How can you make jokes when we're social outcasts?
Oh, well, now, honey, it isn't worth crying over.
I'm not crying. I don't care about those people. I hate them.
Well, I'm going to call up Atterbury right now and ask him what this is all about.
No, he won't tell you. You'll be embarrassed. I know, George. I've got it. Let's go to the Atterbury's party.
Liz, have you cracked your crock?
Don't you see? It's a costume party, so nobody will know us, and we'll mingle with the guests and say, isn't it shocking about the Coopers? And when they answer us, we'll find out the awful truth.
You've got something there, Liz. But what kind of costume shall we wear?
Well, the way people are acting, we ought to go dressed as a couple of skunks. Drive faster, George. We'll be late for the party.
Well, I still don't think we ought to go. These costumes we're wearing are so silly. 2 policemen's uniforms and water pistols.
You're just mad because you're a sergeant and I'm a lieutenant. Kiss me, Sergeant. That's an order.
Couldn't you have gotten some other costumes?
I told you the only other thing he had left was 2 halves of a horse.
Well, what's the matter with that? At least it would have been unusual.
I'll say it would. They were both hind ends. George, can't you drive faster? It's bad enough to be uninvited. Let's not be late, too.
I'm doing 35.
Oops, there goes another one.
Another what?
Well, every time a car goes to pass us, the driver sees our cop costumes and slows down. We've got 15 cars lined up in back of us.
How do you like that?
Hey, let's tune in the police calls. Let's play cops and robbers. Which station is it, George?
Way down at the end there.
Oh, yeah.
Calling car 29. Car 29. Investigate auto wreck at corner Elm and 8th. If car not too badly damaged, make offer. The chief is looking for a used car.
Oh, great.
Watch for robberies in Northside Residential District. Thieves in costumes crashing Halloween parties. Victims report some dressed as policemen.
Uh-oh.
And you had to pick out policemen's uniforms for us.
Yeah.
Oh. I don't like the feel of this. Let's go home.
Oh, don't be silly, George. No one will bother us.
Well, all right.
Oh, no.
Pull over the claim.
Now what do we do? He'll think we're those crooks.
Well, don't stop. Keep on going.
Nothing doing. I'll just have to explain and hope he believes me.
No, if he doesn't, we'll miss the party. Pretend you're a real cop.
Liz.
Go ahead. I won't say anything.
And why are we two holding up traffic? Oh, excuse me, Lieutenant. I didn't see you.
That's all right.
I was speaking to the lieutenant. I apologize, Lieutenant.
That's all right, officer. Drive on, Sergeant.
Oh, Lieutenant, any further news of those masquerading crooks?
Yes. There's no truth to that report. Forget about them. Drive on, Sergeant.
Attention all cars. Keep special lookout for criminals in masquerade costumes.
Drive on, Sergeant.
Just a minute. I don't remember seeing you two on the force before.
Well, you see, we're really plainclothesmen, but our plain clothes are being cleaned.
I thought so. Let me see your credentials.
Certainly. Well, what do you know? Must have left them in my plain clothes.
That's all.
Oh, no, it isn't. Let me see your credentials.
What?
Maybe you're the fake one. I can prove I'm a real cop.
How?
I got a witness. Sergeant?
Yes, Lieutenant.
Sergeant, am I a real cop?
Yes, Lieutenant.
There you are. Drive on, Sergeant.
Just a minute. Let me see your badge.
Let me see your badge.
There.
Sheridan Falls Police Force 158. Here, take a look at mine. That's enough.
Not so fast. Well, let me see them. Post Toasties Junior G, man.
Well, you see, we're not local cops.
What's that Post Toasties business?
That's for my serial number.
All right, you're coming with me.
Oh, you really fixed this up, Liz.
He'll never take us alive, George. I still got my gun, one squirt for each of us.
Come on, out of the car.
Oh, look, officer, we're not crooks. My name is George Cooper. I live at 321 Bundy Drive, and I'm vice president of the Sheridan Falls National Bank. Now, if you'll just follow us home, I'll show you plenty of identification.
Well, okay, but no funny business. I'll just get in the back seat and go with you.
No, thank you.
Drive on, Sergeant.
Oh, cut it out, Liz.
Okay.
Well, this is our house, officer.
Well, it better be.
Hey, wait a minute. Look there at the side door. Some figures slipping into our house.
And they're in costume.
Yeah.
We found the gang.
Wait a minute. Have you led me into a trap?
No. Believe us. We don't know anything about it. Those people are crooks.
And they're robbing our house. Oh, what'll we do?
We better call the police.
Yeah, we better call it. What do you think I am, Western Union?
Well, we don't know if you're real or not.
Let's not start that again.
They'll hear us.
Oh, come on. We'll catch them red-handed.
Okay.
Now, quiet, everybody. We'll sneak up to the door. Okay, now let's rush them.
All right, everybody, hands up. Iris!
Mr. Atterbury!
Liz girl!
Good boy!
I knew it. You're all in this together.
You mean this is a surprise party for us?
Yes, you didn't suspect a thing, did you?
Well, not a thing.
And what wonderful costumes you have.
Okay, hands up, everybody.
Oh, for goodness sakes. Introduce us to your friend, Liz.
I can't get over it. A surprise party, and all the time we thought nobody liked us.
Listen to me. Hands up, everybody.
Look, fella, you made your entrance. The gag's over.
Oh, here we have all these wonderful friends, and we thought nobody liked us.
Hands up, please.
Look, Buster, you're overdoing your act. And take that false face off. It's horrible.
Won't anybody put their hands up? I'm going to tell my sergeant about this.
Oh, George. And we thought nobody liked us.
Yes, Lucille.
Bob, if I'm not being too personal, how many people do you think eat Jell-O puddings?
You know, I've been wondering the same thing.
You have.
How did you happen to ask me that just at this moment?
Well, I don't know. It was just the next line in my script. Why don't we ask a fortune teller, Bob? My rates are very reasonable.
You, a fortune teller?
Yeah, don't tell a soul. See, my real name isn't Lucille. It's Crystal. Crystal Ball. Step right into my tent and I will tell the future for you.
Good afternoon. Are you Madam Ball?
Cross my palm with silver.
But your hand is bandaged. What happened?
My last customer crossed my palm with silver.
Well, who was he?
The Lone Ranger. What is it you wish to know? I know all. Nothing is unknown to me. Now, wait a minute. Where'd I put that crystal ball? Oh, here it is.
Tell me, madam, as you gaze into the future, do you see any Jell-O chocolate pudding, absolutely luscious with deep-down chocolatey goodness?
Well, let me take a look. Let's see. There's the results for tomorrow's races. We don't want those. The inauguration of our next president. No. Who's going to play in the Rose Bowl game? Nope. Nothing here about Jell-O chocolate pudding.
Well, how about Jell-O butterscotch pudding with that buttery brown sugar flavor? Or Jell-O vanilla pudding, rich and smooth as cream?
Oh, now, let me see. Aha! Are they swell desserts for the kids?
Yes.
Or do you simply add milk and they cook to velvety perfection in just about 5 minutes?
That's it?
Nope, don't see a thing about them. You forgot to cross my palm with silver.
All right, here.
Well, look at all the Jell-O puddings. Everyone's crazy about them. Old people are saying Jell-O puddings are fine. Young people are saying Jell-O puddings are great. Gay people are saying Jell-O puddings are swell.
Be sure to listen to Lucille Ball and My Favorite Husband again next week, presented by
J-E-L-L. Oh, the big red letters stand for the Jell-O family. Oh, the big red letters stand for the Jell-O family. That's Jell-O.
Yum, yum, yum.
Jell-O puddings. Yum, yum, yum. Jell-O tapioca puddings, yes, sirree.
That was My Favorite Husband with the Halloween Surprise Party from October 28, 1949. Next up is a rare episode from what appears to be a detective series called Deadline for Danger. Not much at all is known about this series. There is nothing mentioned of it in the John Dunning's On the Air, the Encyclopedia of Old-Time Radio book. Research proves on the internet that there are 2, 3, maybe even 4 episodes of the series. My research shows that it is possibly an Australian radio series, but I can't say that for sure. The website australianotr.com.au talks about this series on their website in 2017, and it is quoted as saying, "Several weeks ago, I picked up 4 episodes of an Australian series, Deadline for Danger, from the U.S. I didn't know the series, but my database listed it as being broadcast at 3XY in 1954. Now, further research for me showed that 3XY is a Melbourne, Australia radio station. So unfortunately, this is all I can tell you about this series. So let's jump into it and see what it's like. With an unknown broadcast date, this is Deadline for Danger with Haunted House.
Deadline for Danger.
I've timed it exactly.
How?
Phoned for the breakdown myself. From the time the message was sent until the arrival of the breakdown was 25 minutes.
You sure he'll stop?
Positive. I've got the same make of car, and I've tried it out. Doesn't matter if he runs out of gas a few miles before the old house or a few miles beyond it. It's the only house for miles. Miles. I've fixed the tank now. Left half a gallon. That'll take him 10 miles.
But won't he think it odd that a telephone's just been installed in a deserted house?
No, not him. Now, he'll phone you. He's bound to. But the important thing is for you to phone him back. It's a manual exchange.
I phoned the exchange and asked to be put through.
Yeah, that's for an alibi. Now, when he dies, the police are bound to make inquiries, but everybody knows the place is haunted anyhow. Man died there less than a year ago from fright, so the locals say. I fixed up a very nice PA system. A haunted one.
Can't we get married almost at once? I mean, after it's happened?
No, we're playing safe. After you've collected the insurance, we'll still wait a year. Everybody knows you and your husband are breaking up. He's going now. I'll go on the dirt road fast. Be there long before him. Well, so long, honey. I can't waste time.
You're sure everything will be all right?
Of course. From the time he phones for the breakdown to the time it arrives, I've got 25 minutes. And that's a long enough deadline for anyone to die. See you, honey.
Deadline for danger. A half-hour study in suspense.
Hello? Anybody at home? Hello? Anyone at home? Hello? My car ran out of gas. I thought maybe I could get some help. Is anyone about? Anyone in here? Yeah, that's just what I want. It's a manual.
Number, please.
Oh, hello, Exchange. I haven't got a directory here. Could you put me through to the nearest breakdown?
Where are you?
Old house on the Branchville Road, about 10 miles out of Fort Drax. It's deserted. Well, I thought it was deserted anyhow.
I'll send a message if you like. They'll send the breakdown truck out.
Well, ask them to be quick. It's dark and there's no lights here.
Is anyone with you?
No, I'm alone.
Do you know what's wrong with your car?
I ran out of gas, I guess. I don't know how, though.
On the Branchville Road, about 10 miles out of Fort Drax. I'll get them to go straight out.
Oh, thanks. Thanks a lot. If you'd tell them to hurry, I'd appreciate it. And hello, Exchange.
Yes?
Get me Fort Drax 1473, please.
Hold the line, please.
Pavel. Pavel. Huh? Who's there? Is anybody there? Swear I heard it. Oh, well.
Hello? Hello? Who's speaking? Hello?
Oh, hello, Marcia. Jack here.
Oh, hello, Jack.
Am I glad to hear you?
Oh? Why?
You sound so normal.
Gee, thanks.
Look, I ran out of gas and found a deserted house on the Branchville Road. That's where I'm phoning from. Place sort of gets you.
Oh, does it now?
Yeah. You know what deserted houses are. Echoes and things.
Oh, really? You're a big boy now, dear.
Anybody at home with you?
Why do you ask?
Oh, I just wondered.
Well, Ted Lawson has a perfect right to be here.
Yes, of course. I don't want the neighbors to talk, though.
Have you heard people talking?
Well, I'd rather you didn't see him.
All right. I won't see him again till you come home. I'll send him away.
I'd much rather you didn't see him again.
I've got to see my friends now and then. You know how it is.
Now listen, Marcia, you're still my wife.
I like Ted Lawson.
Look, by the time I get back, I want him out of my house for good.
Oh, well. You've got to get home yet, haven't you?
I don't like it when you defy me, Marcia. Now, you get him out of my house or there'll be trouble. Marcia? Marcia? Hello? Marcia, you come back on that phone. Marcia! Quiet!
Pavel!
Who's there? Someone's here. Who are you? Hello?
Number, please.
Hello, Exchange. I phoned you a few minutes ago about a breakdown.
Oh, yes. They should be there in 20 minutes or so.
This house, this deserted house I'm in, do you know it?
Yes.
It isn't, haunted or anything.
It's a very old house.
Yeah, I can smell that.
I think you'd better wait outside.
Why? Is there a story about it?
Well, they say there's a sort of ghost voice calls upstairs. And if you do go up to see, well, of course, it's only a story. But a man did die there.
Pavel! Pavel! Well, something's mighty funny going on here. Don't know what it is, but somebody's trying to make a monkey out of me.
What number do you require?
I don't want any number. I want to know what's going on here.
I'll put you through to inquiry.
And I'm not taking any cheek from you. Now, look, this place...
Yes?
Oh, it doesn't matter. Scared of a house. Pavel. Now, look, I've had this. No clever guy's going to scare me. I don't scare easy. Come on, show yourself, whoever you are. Oh, scared of my own shadow next.
Hello? You the party stranded in the haunted house?
Haunted?
Hold on, please. I have a call for you. Go ahead, please.
Hello?
Hello? Hello, is that you, Jack?
Marcia.
I got out of the exchange and they put me through to you.
What is it? What's upset you?
I've changed my mind about certain things. Jack, it's that place you're in, the deserted house.
What about it?
Please leave it. Leave it now.
It's a bit weird, but it's not all that scaring.
Look, Jack, you must listen to me. I happen to know something awful will happen.
Uh-huh. Such as?
Well, it's haunted.
Oh, now listen,
please,
Marge.
Jack, please listen to me. Something dreadful will happen. I can't tell you what, but it will.
Well, I have heard things.
Please leave it, Jack. Please. Now, before...
Look, it's only a house.
You could be killed there, upstairs. Oh, Jack, please. For my sake, leave it. Go where you like, but just don't stay there.
I don't know why you're so suddenly worried about my welfare, but no house is going to scare me out of it. Who's supposed to haunt it?
It's supposed to be a man who killed his child, but it isn't really that, Jack. It's... What is it? What happened, Jack?
It's nothing.
Well, he was supposed to have killed his child. Anybody going into the house hears a voice calling them upstairs. Then they fall. Please, Jack, promise me you'll leave as soon as I ring off.
Yeah, maybe.
But, Jack, you don't understand.
Well, look, noises never hurt anyone.
Oh, don't you understand? I've changed my mind. I want you to stay alive.
Look, only today you wanted a divorce. If Lawson had any money, I think you'd have demanded a divorce.
Please, Jack, please.
All right, I'll think about it. Think about it.
You don't realize. I know what's going to happen in that house, Jack.
Pavel, upstairs.
So, please, Jack, do as I ask, will you? Leave that place?
Yeah, I'll think about it. Bye now.
Pavel, upstairs, quick.
What's...
Number, please.
Hello, Exchange. Listen, I'm speaking from the deserted house. Now, get me the nearest police, quick.
Oh, dear. Anything I can do?
The police, quick.
Right away.
Blasted lighter would give in at a time like this.
Yeah, police here.
No matches.
Beg pardon?
Look, my car broke down. I'm speaking from a deserted house.
Yeah.
A deserted house about 10 miles out of Fort Drex on the Branchville Road.
Oh, that one.
Yeah, that one. I'm here alone, and for the first time in my life, I'm scared.
What's happening?
Lord knows, but it isn't pleasant. Somebody's calling my name, and I keep on hearing a child's bell.
Well, they do say it's haunted.
I'm telling you it is.
It'll take us 10, 15 minutes to get out there.
Well, come upstairs.
Well, get here and get here fast.
Sure. And in the meantime, better if you go outside. Sit in your car. A man did die there, you know.
Okay, but just get here, that's all.
Hello? I hope you don't mind, but I've been listening.
Well, you might have warned me about this place.
Whatever you do, don't go upstairs.
Upstairs?
The man they found dead, he fell through a hole in the ceiling from upstairs. Must have fallen just where you're standing now. Broke his neck.
Oh, thanks.
You're welcome. Hope the police get there in time.
Everyone's so friendly.
Pavel!
You don't scare me. All right. I'll put a stop on this once and for all. I don't care who you are. I'm coming up there. Where are you? Someone's up here. Come on, you're so tough. Why don't you answer? Okay, then I'll come up and find you. Don't think I'm not coming back upstairs. All right, I'm coming fast as I can. Yeah, who is it?
Are you all right?
Sure.
You said you were going to leave that house.
Then why did you bother to phone?
Because I know how pig-headed you are.
Well, I'm going to stay now. I called its bluff.
Called it... Jack, something happened?
No, nothing. I was on my way upstairs when you phoned.
Well, promise me. Promise me you won't go back upstairs again.
Don't worry, I'll be all right. I called the police.
The police? Will they get there soon?
They'll be here in a few minutes.
Oh, thank goodness. They'll get there before the deadline.
What deadline?
Just a deadline.
Anyway, whatever it was, I called its bluff. I don't believe there's anything there at all.
What was that? Jack, I heard something.
No, it was just a bell. It's fallen from the ceiling. I can't see very well. I think there's a hole up there.
A bell?
Yeah, I heard it. I can't find it, though.
And you won't go upstairs again.
I wish I could see.
Listen to me, Jack. You get out of that house and stay out. I've never been so scared in my life before.
Well, how do you think I feel?
Come upstairs, Pavel.
What is it? What?
It's that voice again. It's overhead, somewhere upstairs.
Don't go up there, Jack. Don't.
I've got to find out what.
Stay where you are. The police will be with you in a few minutes.
Why are you so sure something will happen if I do go upstairs?
I can't tell you. I can't. I just know it will.
Come upstairs, Pavel.
Sounds so weird, and yet...
Yet what? Oh, do be careful, Jack.
Sounds so darn strange.
You must come upstairs.
And if I do, what then?
Don't you dare! Don't you dare go upstairs, Jack.
Everybody knows there aren't such things as ghosts. Things working on my imagination. The wind and being alone.
It isn't. Jack, it's more than that. I happen to know that...
Sorry to break in. The police asked me to relay a message on to you. They've left and should be there within 5 minutes or so. Meantime, they say don't go upstairs. Don't do anything rash.
Well, it's all very well for them. They're not here.
I think you'd better...
Quiet.
Well, come upstairs. If you don't, a child will be killed.
Are you sure you're alone? I could hear somebody talking then.
Yeah, so did I.
Oh, dear. Shall I put your wife on again?
How do you know she's my wife?
Well, the girl can't help overhearing. Don't take my advice, Mr. Favell, and you get out of that house so fast you'll make Western Union look like a snail.
Yeah. Well, put my wife on the line again.
Sure. And don't forget about not going upstairs. Here you are. Hello? Hello? What's happened?
Listen, Marcia. I've simply got to go up there and find out what's doing.
Oh, no, Jack. No, I know you'll be killed. I tell you, I know it.
You stay away now. I'm going to kill.
Yeah, I got to.
Jack, it's only a ghost. You can't do anything about ghosts. Jack, I forbid you to go up there. I absolutely forbid it.
Yeah. I'll see you later, dear. And thanks for being so worried about me. Makes me feel a whole lot better.
You wouldn't come up here. You know you haven't the courage.
I'll be seeing you, Marcia.
Jack, you've got to listen. I know what's going to happen because
Can't stop being a coward, but I'll be an honest coward. I'm coming up those stairs, and this time I won't come down again until I found out what's going on up there.
Come on up, then.
You won't be laughing when I catch up with you.
Come on and catch up with me. Oh, come on up. I'm waiting for you.
If you're a ghost, I'm the Shah of Persia.
We're playing games. Nursery games. It's a childish game. It's great fun. I play here every night. Play with a little child I killed. I killed her years ago.
I'm coming up. I warn you, I'm a heavily built man. When I get my hands on you... You're in here, aren't you?
There, dear. Yeah, it looks pretty around your neck. A necklace of bells.
Where are you? You're in here.
I'll tie it tighter.
Stop that!
Tighter and tighter. Oh, what's the matter, child? Too tight, huh?
Where are you?
So, Mother's little girl is choking, is she? You little brat. I'll teach you to look like your mother.
Where are you? Where are you? You're here somewhere. When I get my hands on you, I'll break every bone in your body.
She's dying. She's choking to death in my arms. And you can't save her.
So darn dark. You're in here, in this room somewhere. You must be.
I'm over here.
I don't care if you are a ghost.
Over here. This way.
I don't know who you are, but I'll give you the building of your life. Scaring people.
You can't hurt a voice. That's all I am.
Where are you? Darn it. There's no one here.
Trouble with you fools is never believe in the supernatural until you come face to face with it.
Right around the walls. There's no one here. I've heard a ghost.
You know what they say? The man who hears me dies.
Where are you?
Standing here with my dead child in my arms.
I can hear you. I can't see you, though.
I'm here.
Where?
Where I've been all these years. I've been standing here ever since I killed my child nearly 100 years ago.
I'm coming towards you.
Come on, then. Only one other man ever came up here. He saw me. And he died.
Are you alive? I mean...
Every part of me crying out against the thing I did. Tears I can't weep. Agony and sorrow that'll go on forever.
I can't touch you.
I'm the agony. But my body died all those years ago. I'm dead. But I can't rest.
I can hear your voice. Still can't touch you.
I'm standing here.
But where?
In the center of the room. Where I'll always stand.
I'm going to walk right across the room.
You aren't scared?
Yes, I am. But I'm coming all the same.
You'll have to walk right across the center.
Keep talking.
Right here. No, don't be frightened.
Not being able to see anybody, that's the toughness.
Walk towards my voice.
See, the floor feels a bit insecure.
Oh, it's safe enough.
It's all right for you. Ghosts haven't any weight from what I hear.
If you stretch your hand out, you'll be able to touch me.
Touch? But I thought...
Hello, Pavel.
Lost.
Careful, Pavel. You're standing right on the edge of a hole in the floor. The same one the other man fell through. The man who broke his neck. Now, I'm behind you. Any move, and all I have to do is shove. Just a little shove.
Marcia.
Yeah, we thought it out between us. Only she got gold feet, as I heard from your voice on the phone. However, she couldn't stop you coming up here. Now you're going down again. Only a shortcut. Step forward, Pavel. Step forward and be another mystery death in the haunted house.
That voice.
Mic and speaker. Good effect, huh? Come on. Take a step forward.
It's getting a bit awkward, Lawson. Police will get here, and they'll know it was no mystery death, but murder.
Oh, no. There's no trace. As soon as you step forward, I scram. No one to check. Just a man with a broken neck lying on the floor.
No.
If you won't, then I'll have to push it.
There he is on the floor. Dead. Yeah. Broken his neck. Shine that flash lamp up, boy. Boy, look at that hole in the ceiling. Come on, upstairs. Who are you, mister?
Name's Pavel.
The man who phoned?
Yeah.
What happened?
Big nonsense about ghosts. Voices up here, you know. Came up to see for myself. Room blacked out. Got from the middle here when Lawson...
The dead guy downstairs?
Yeah, he got behind me, standing right on the edge here. Said he was going to push me over.
And tried to?
Yeah. As he pushed, I jumped. Managed to jump right across, but Lawson's impetus carried him on. Couldn't stop. He fell through instead.
Quite a jump.
Yeah. I don't want to do it again. Yeah, it was quite a leap in the dark. Well, I'm going home.
After you answered a few questions.
Yeah. When I get home, I've got quite a few questions of my own to ask. Quite a few. You take out insurance against your old age. But if you don't watch yourself, you don't get either the insurance or the old age.
Deadline for Danger with the episode titled Haunted House that has an unknown broadcast date. And that brings hour number 1 to a close. But we have Halloween comedy and horror coming up as Classic Radio Rewind continues right after this. Welcome back to Classic Radio Rewind. I'm Barry Slinker, and coming up next is an episode from The Adventures of Archie Andrews. Archie Andrews was a teenage sitcom adapted directly from Bob Montana's popular comic strip. It premiered on NBC Blue on May 31st, 1943, and aired until September 5th, 1943, during a time when radio adaptations of comic characters were in vogue. The show later aired on Mutual from 1944 to 1945. Kenneth Banghart was the announcer, and Bob Hastings initially played the lead role of Archie on NBC. Other actors who portrayed Archie included Bert Boyer, Jack Grimes, and Charles Mullen. The character Jughead was voiced by Cameron Andrews and Hal Stone. In this episode, Archie throws a Halloween party and finds it's not as much fun to be the host as it is to be a guest. So coming up now is the adventures of Archie Andrews with the episode titled Halloween Party from October 30th, 1948.
Right away, Jughead. It's a matter of life or death.
Relax, Archie. Relax.
Yes, here he is again, the youngster millions of readers of Archie Comics magazine know and love so well. Brought to you by Swift & Company, makers of Swift's Brookfield Sausage, Archie Andrews and all his gang. Listen. Hear that, folks? You're listening to the actual sound of two delicious links of Swift's Brookfield sausage sizzling in the skillet. A sound that's an appetizing invitation to enjoy America's favorite pork sausage, Swift's Brookfield sausage. Enjoy Swift's Brookfield sausage for breakfast often. For nutritionists agree that we should all eat a good, nourishing breakfast. And Swift's Brookfield sausage is packed with plenty of early morning energy, B vitamins and proteins to help you start the day with pep and vigor. Made of carefully selected, pure, fresh pork cuts that are extra tender and delicious, Swift's Brookfield sausage is then seasoned with rare, delicate spices that give you just the right blend of delicacy and zest you want. Not too spicy, not too mild. Swift's Brookfield sausage is the sausage with the just right seasoning. It's just good reasoning to get the sausage with the just right seasoning. And now for our weekly visit to Riverdale. It's early evening as we look in on the Andrews home, and we find Mrs. Andrews sitting in the living room sewing.
When day is done and shadows fall, I think...
Mom!
Here I am, dear.
Oh, hiya, Mom.
Hello, dear.
But there's something I want to ask you, Mom.
Archie,
it's very important, very
Archie.
important, so please say yes.
Archie.
Huh?
Archie Andrews, how many times have I asked you not to slam the door when you come into the house and not to shout at the top of your lungs?
Oh, gee, I'm sorry, Mom, but I got to ask you something.
All right. Now, just what is it that's so important?
Well, I just want to ask you if... Gee whiz, Mom, where's Dad?
Well, he isn't home yet, dear. He phoned to say he was detained at the office, but he'll be home any minute.
Oh, well, what I was going to ask, Mom, is can we have a party here tonight?
Of course you can. What?
A party, a Halloween party.
Tonight?
Uh-huh. We were all set to have one at Veronica's house, but when Mr. Lodge heard about it tonight, he said nothing doing.
Well,
and if I can have the party here, it would really make a good impression on Veronica.
But, Archie, I don't know what to say on such short notice.
Well, gee, you don't have to prepare anything, Mom. The
But
girls have
there'll
all
be-
the candy and the cake and stuff at Veronica's now, and if you say yes, they'll bring everything right over here, and we'll clean up
Well-
afterwards and be very careful, please, Mom?
Well, if you put it that way, Archie, I don't see how I could say no.
Oh, gee, thanks, Mom. I knew you'd say yes. Thanks a million, Mom. Thanks. Oh, you're such a...
All right, Archie, all right. You're quite welcome, dear. But if you're having company tonight, I'd better go change my dress. I'm sure you want your mother looking presentable.
Oh, sure, Mom. And as soon as I call the kids and tell them everything's okay, I'll get dressed, too. Boy, oh, boy, we can have the Halloween party here. Hot dog.
Mary, I'm home. Mary. That's funny. I wonder where she is. Oh, well, must be around the house someplace. Oh, boy, it sure feels good to be home. What a day. What a day.
Oh, I don't know when this armchair looked so comfortable or felt so comfortable. Oh, it's good to be home. Yes, sir. I'll just take my tie off, open my collar. Oh, there, that's better. Now I'll get these shoes off. There. Oh, now to sit back and relax. Yes, sir, it certainly feels good to be...
Hello, Miss Andrews.
Jughead.
Who'd you expect? Elsa Maxwell?
No, Jughead, I did not expect Elsa Maxwell. And since when you come barging in here without ringing the bell?
Oh, Archie just told me to. We got a lot of things to do.
You got a lot of things. What kind of things?
Oh, no time to explain now, Mr. Andrews. Hey, Archie! I'm here!
He's here. Oh, what the dickens is all this about anyway?
Hello, Mr. Andrews.
Betty.
What are you doing here?
Oh, I just dropped in to see how... What am I doing? Betty, dear, if you don't mind, I live here.
Oh. Well, I better take these packages out into the kitchen.
Yeah, but Betty, wait, what are those packages?
Can't explain now, Mr. Andrews.
Oh, great. First, Jughead comes marching in here without ringing the bell. Then Betty...
Hi, girls. Betty's probably here already, and she said,
fine.
oh, you're Mr. Andrews.
Yes, I'm Mr. Andrews, but who are you?
I'm Agatha Gush. And this is Prunella Jenkins, and Sis Henderson, and Bootsy Mitchell.
I'm glad to know you, girls.
Oh, girls, isn't he cute?
Look, Agatha,
He'd be positively adorable if he only had hair.
What do you mean, if only I had hair?
Oh, girls, let's see if Betty's...
Yeah, but wait a minute. What the devil's going on around here? Oh, great. Now, how do you like that? I spend a hard day at the office. I come home exhausted, and all of a sudden, my house is turned into Grand Central Station.
Come on, son, we better get things arranged. Gee whiz, Dad, what are you doing here?
Why does everybody keep asking me that?
Golly, Dad, I only meant I didn't know you were home.
Archie, look, I am home, and I'm beginning to wish I wasn't. Now, if it's not asking too much, would you mind telling me what's going on around here?
Well, sure, Dad. We're having a Halloween party.
Oh, all right. For a minute, The Halloween party?
Uh-huh. We're going to dance.
And play kissing games.
Now, Archie,
and sing songs.
And play kissing games.
And listen to records.
And play kissing games.
All right, Jughead. How many girls do you think you could kiss in one night? Oh, great. Oh, brother, that's all.
Fred,
Archie, look,
what are you doing here?
That's all! Look, Mary, it so happens I live here. I pay the bills around here. I own the house here. That's what I'm doing here.
Fred, don't be silly. I mean, what are you doing standing here in your stocking feet? Don't you know the children are having a Halloween party?
Mary, I have news for you. The children are not having a Halloween party.
Huh? Gee whiz.
Fred, what do you mean?
Just what I said. I am tired. I have a slight headache. Nobody consulted me about this. And what's more, they can just go have their old party at somebody else's house.
Oh, but Fred, you
no
can't do
buts
that
about
when
it,
they're
Mary. I haven't the slightest intention of spending the rest of the night out in the kitchen so a bunch of young jitterbugs can wreck the living room. This is definite and final. No party.
Oh, but Fred.
Mr. Lodge with an old sourpuss not to let us have the party there.
Yes, the Andrews are awfully nice to let us have the party here.
Oh, yes. Oh, hello, Mr. Andrews. Did we interrupt something?
Well, not a thing, Betty, not a thing. I was just telling Archie I hoped his Halloween party would be a big success.
Huh?
Well, Mary, don't just stand there. Let's go out in the kitchen. Come on.
Well, Jug, I guess everything's just about all set, and the rest of the kids should be here any minute.
Yeah.
And I want you to help me.
Yeah. Help you? Help you what?
Help me be host. Help me see that everyone has a nice time.
Who's going to see that I have a nice time?
Jug, you'll have a nice time being assistant host.
But I want to talk to Agatha. She's supposed to be my date. After all, I even gave her a massage.
Yes, massage. Jughead, you mean a corsage.
A what?
A corsage.
Oh, she doesn't wear one of those. She's too thin.
Jughead, not a corset, a corsage. Flowers. You gave Agatha some flowers.
Yeah. And that mistletoe isn't cheap either.
Yes, mistletoe. Jughead, you gave Agatha a corsage of mistletoe?
Sure. I'm no fool.
Oh, fine. Listen, Jug. Agatha will just have to wait till everyone gets here and we can...
Hello, Archie.
Oh, fine.
Hi, y'all, Archiekins. It's awful nice to see y'all, Archie. Dear.
Hello, Veronica. Gee, I see somebody gave you a massage, too.
What? He means a corsage. And, Jug, I sent that to Veronica, so be quiet.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Gee, Veronica, you sure look pretty tonight.
Oh, do
Well, hello, everyone. I'm here.
Oh, fine. Reggie Mansell.
Hi, y'all, Reggie.
Well, if I believe what everyone tells me, I'm just wonderful.
Oh, great. Reggie, are you seriously in love with yourself, or is it just a passing fancy?
Now, Archie, remember, you're the host. Oh, Reggie, isn't that a new suit you're wearing?
Yes, Veronica. Do you like it?
Oh, yes, Reggie, it's lovely.
Oh, you just say that because I'm wearing it.
Oh, fine. Reggie, look, I'm glad to see you at our party. Come in and make yourself at home.
All right, Archie, don't mind if I do.
Fine. And now, Veronica,
I must say, Veronica, you're looking lovelier than ever.
Huh?
Oh, do you really think so, Reggie?
Veronica,
Of course I do, my dear. In fact, I'd say you're prettier than all the other girls who run after me.
Oh, Reggie, how sweet.
Veronica,
But let's go sit down in the living room, Veronica, where we can have a nice long talk.
Oh, all right, Reggie, I'd love to.
But, Veronica, wait, I want to talk to you. Now, how do you like that, Jug? I'm talking to Veronica, and that self-centered baboon comes in here and steals my girl right from under my nose.
Now, Archie, remember, a host is friendly, and a host is polite, and a host is cheerful.
Yes, Jughead, and I'm beginning to think a host is also a darn fool.
Mary.
Yes, dear.
Mary, you know, I never realized before how uncomfortable these kitchen chairs are. How late do you think those kids are liable to stay?
Oh, I've no idea. But, Fred, if you're getting restless, let's go to a movie.
Oh, Mary, I'm too tired to go to a movie.
Then go upstairs and go to sleep.
But who can sleep with the noise those kids are making? Besides, maybe we should be out there.
Out there?
Uh-huh. You know, after all, as Archie's parents, isn't it sort of our duty to make the kids feel at home and see that they have a good time?
Well, I suppose we should. But then again, youngsters don't like to have old folks around at their parties. It makes them feel awkward and self-conscious.
Mary, don't be silly. Nobody's going to be awkward because I'm there. As a matter of fact, those kids are probably having a terribly dull time right now. Well, I'll go out there and show them how to pep up the party. Come on.
Well, all right, dear, if you think we should.
Of course we should. And you'll see, Fred Andrews is always the life of the party. We'll show them how to enjoy a party.
Yes, dear. But they seem to be having a nice time right now.
Well, yes, in a way, but... oh, there's Betty. Hello there, Betty.
Oh, hello, Mr. Andrews. Hello, Mrs. Andrews.
Well,
Hello, Betty.
how's it going?
Do you want some more soda?
But, Betty, I wanted...
Fred, she's gone.
Yeah, she is, isn't she? Oh, there's Veronica. Hello, Veronica.
Oh, hello, Mr. Andrews. Hello, Mrs. Andrews.
Hello, Veronica. How's things
See you
going?
folks later.
Well, she seems to be pretty busy, too. Here's that Agatha girl. Oh, hello, Agatha.
Oh, Mr. Andrews. Isn't he cute, girls? He just kills me.
Cute? Fred, what does she mean, cute?
Mary, I have no idea what she means by cute. But every time she sees me, she just goes into hysterics.
Oh, Agatha always giggles. But, Fred, I thought we were going to join the party. We can't just stand here all evening.
Yeah, Mary, you're right. We can't just stand here, but neither can we join the party.
What?
Oh, Mary, I'm afraid there's only one place for old fogies like us. Back to the kitchen. Come on.
Jug, have you seen Veronica? Oh, never mind. There she is. Veronica!
Oh, hello, Archie. Oh, my goodness, this is a wonderful party.
Gee, I'm glad you like it. But listen, Veronica, I haven't seen you all evening. I want to talk to you.
Well, Archie, of course you can talk to me. What did you want to say?
Well, it's awful noisy in here, Veronica. Let's go out on the porch.
All right, Archie. I could use a breath of fresh air.
Yeah, me too. Oh, and just look at that harvest moon.
Yes. Oh, it's lovely, Archie. Simply lovely.
Yeah. Sit down, Veronica, and we can watch the moon for a while.
All right. But it's a little chilly out here, isn't it?
Oh, don't worry about that, Veronica. I'll put my arm around you. There. That'll keep you warm.
Oh, Archie. How sweet.
Oh, it's nothing. Nothing at all. But, Veronica,
Yes, Archie.
now that we're alone, there's something I want to ask you.
Yes, Archie.
Well, would you mind if... Well, that is, may I... What I mean to say is, could I... Would you...
What do you want to come out here for, Agatha?
Oh, fine. Jug and Agatha.
My goodness.
You'll find out.
Quick, Veronica, come on over here so they won't see us.
But I don't-
Oh, if that Agatha sees us, she'll start talking and they'll never go back inside.
All right, Archie, but I hope they don't stay out here too long. I'm getting chilly.
Oh, they won't. Quiet. Here they come.
Gee whiz, it's cold out here, Agatha.
Oh, it is not, Jughead. It's refreshing. Now, let's sit down for a while.
Okay. But I sure wish I knew why you want to sit out here with all that cake and candy back in the house.
Jughead, don't you really know?
No?
Well, I'll show you. Put your arms around me. Go ahead.
Like this?
Uh-huh. Hold me tighter.
Okay.
Tighter.
Okay.
Tighter.
Okay.
Not so tight!
Gee, I'm sorry. Guess I don't know my own strength.
Oh, I guess not. Now, turn your face to mine.
Okay.
Now, look me in the eye.
Which one?
Either one. Now, hold me close.
Okay.
Now, what do you say?
I know.
What?
Want some bubble gum?
Oh, for goodness sakes, Jughead, you're as romantic as a dish of popcorn. And personally, I'll take the popcorn.
But Agatha, what did I say?
Well, they're gone.
Yes, I thought they'd never go in.
Me too. Now, Veronica, where were we?
Well, you were about to ask me something.
Oh, yeah. Well, Veronica, as I was about to say, would you mind if...
Are you out there?
No, fine. Yes, Betty, I'm out here.
Oh, hello, Veronica.
Hi.
Archie, the kids want to roll back the rugs and move the furniture so we can dance.
Well, you'll have to wait a while, Betty. I'm trying to talk to Veronica.
But, Archie, it's not polite to keep your guests waiting.
But, Betty,
and
I
the
wanna-
party will get dull if we don't start dancing. And you should keep it going. You're the host.
Okay, so I'm the host. But, Betty, the next time I throw a party, remind me not to.
Mary, I think those youngsters were absolutely rude to ignore us the way they did.
Oh, Fred, they were just having a party. You didn't expect them to stop everything just to talk to us, did you?
Well, when I was a boy, we showed respect for our parents, party or no party.
Well, times have changed, dear. So just read your newspaper until the youngsters get tired and go home.
All right, dear, all right. At least it's quiet out here anyway. Let's see, that's it. Oh, fine.
Some water out here, Reggie.
Swell, I'm really thirsty.
Oh, hello, Reggie.
Oh, hiya, Miss Andrews. Jug, get some ice cubes. I like my water cold.
Okay.
Wow, look what we have here in the icebox. Cold chicken.
Oh, boy, that looks good.
Fred, did you hear that?
Yes, dear, I heard.
Tastes good.
Fred, my chicken, that's for lunch tomorrow.
Mary, don't say
look
anything,
here.
dear. Just
Fresh apple pie.
Oh, boy, that looks good.
Fred, that's for dinner tomorrow night.
Look what
just
we
kids.
found.
Fred, they're raiding the icebox.
Now, Mary, now.
Oh, Fred, stop them.
Well, Mary, there are
My
these
icebox, they'll take every last bit of food. Fred, what'll we do?
Mary, there's only one thing for us to do. Go down to the playroom in the basement. Come on.
so far, Archie's Halloween party seems to be a great success for everybody except Archie and Mr. and Mrs. Andrews. But we'll see how things turn out in a minute. Meanwhile, I have a suggestion for you. I'd like for you to compare Swift's Brookfield sausage critically with any other sausage on the market. And if you don't say it's the best tasting sausage you ever put in your mouth, I'll eat my hat. Providing, of course, I can find a hat made of Swift's Brookfield sausage. Made of pure, fresh pork cuts that are carefully selected for their fine flavor and tenderness, Swift's Brookfield sausage comes to you fresh daily from Swift kitchens all over the country. Then rare, delicate spices are added in just the right proportions so that Swift's Brookfield sausage is not too mild, not too spicy, but just right. Ideal for a quick, easy-to-fix dinner, Swift's Brookfield sausage also makes mighty fine eating at breakfast. For Swift's Brookfield sausage adds plenty of needed nourishment to the morning meal. And that's important because nutritionists say
you should get 1/4 to 1/3 of your daily nutritional requirements at breakfast.
So, how about it, boys and girls? Do you want to eat better? Yeah! Feel better? Yeah! Do better? Yeah! Then eat Swift's Brookfield sausage for breakfast. And now back to Archie's Halloween party. When Veronica couldn't have the party at her house, Archie talked Mrs. Andrews into letting him use the Andrews house, mainly to make a good impression on Veronica. But so far, he's been so busy being host, he hasn't had a chance to see much of Veronica. And meanwhile, Mr. and Mrs. Andrews are trying to find a quiet place to stay until the party's over.
Okay, Betty, okay. Now the piano's out of the way, the couch is pushed back, the rug's rolled up, and everything's all set for dancing.
Oh, thank you, Archie. That's fine.
Good.
Come on, everybody. I'm going to play the piano, and everybody dance.
Well, now that that's settled, maybe I can get a dance with Veronica for all my troubles.
Archie, this dance is mine.
Yes, Agatha, yours. Oh, but Agatha, I want...
just love dancing with you, Archie.
Yes, Agatha, but I want to see if I...
Oh, there's the music. Come on, let's dance.
No, all right, Agatha. Let's dance.
Oh, golly, Archie, isn't this the most wonderful party?
Oh, sure, Agatha, sure. But you know something?
What?
If I didn't live here, I'd go home.
Fred, the way those children just raided that icebox without asking anyone's permission was absolutely rude.
Oh, now, Mary, dear, just forget it. That's how youngsters are, you know. And there's nothing we can do about it anyway. Now, just be thankful it's quiet down here in the basement. We can sit here peacefully until those kids go home.
Oh, yes, dear, you're right. But they can't leave any too soon for me.
Yes, dear. Now, let's see. What was I reading in this newspaper? Oh, yes. There was... Mary, what's that?
Fred, I don't know.
Sounds like an earthquake or the house is falling down.
Fred, I know what it is.
What?
We're directly under the living room. The children must be dancing.
Oh, all right. For a minute, I was afraid. Dancing? What kind of dancing is that makes that much noise?
Fred, you know how the youngsters jitterbug, jump up and down, and throw each other around.
Yes, but do they have to do that to my house? The whole house is shaking.
Fred, the youngsters are entitled to dance if they want to.
But
you
they
can't stop them from doing that.
But they
just
can't.
make the best of it and read your paper.
Oh, me. All right, dear, all right. First, we went out into the kitchen. Then we came down to the cellar. Do you think there'd be one place we could go in our own house where we could just... What? Ye gods, Mary, what was that?
Oh, dear. A big piece of the ceiling came down.
Ceiling? Mary, come on.
Fred, where can we go now?
There's just one place, Mary, one place. To the living room to put an end to this nonsense. Come on.
Yes, Agatha, it was fine. Now, if you don't mind, I want to ask Veronica for the next dance.
Veronica? But don't you want to dance with me anymore?
Well, yes, Agatha, but
Well, I feel that as the host, I should ask Veronica. And here she is now. Veronica.
Yes, Archie?
Can I have the next dance?
Oh, Archie, I just promised it to Reggie.
Reggie. Listen, Veronica, how come all night long you're talking to Reggie, dancing with Reggie, laughing with Reggie?
Well, Archie, you knew Reggie was my date for tonight, didn't you?
Well, sure. Reggie is your date for tonight. You mean I threw this party and you brought...
Anything wrong with my being her date?
I'll say there is. I can't
Somebody else play the piano now. I want to dance.
Betty, please, just a minute. Veronica, did you... Jughead, please.
Archie, can I see you for a minute, please?
Well, just 1 minute, Dad. I want to get something straight here. Veronica, you mean you brought Reggie Mantle as your date to my party?
Archie,
You never asked me to be your date.
Veronica, would you
I want
please-
to dance this next
Betty,
dance.
let's not-
I'll play the piano.
Agatha, please. Jughead,
Fred,
can't you...
don't make a scene.
Mary, I'm not making
Dad,
a scene.
please, I'm trying to talk to Veronica.
Agatha, please stop playing that piano. Look, Mary, Agatha, Archie. Quiet. 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 Agatha, you be quiet, too. Now, listen to me, all of you. This nonsense has gone far enough. Too far, in fact.
Yes, Mr. Andrews.
Yes, dear.
Yes, Dad. Uh-huh.
Now, I certainly am the last one to object to youngsters having a Halloween party. But this is going too far, much too far. You kids come in here like you own the place. You raid the icebox without asking. Shove all the furniture around. Scratch up a perfectly good floor. Break the ceiling in the basement with your jumping and stamping. And who knows what else you've done.
I know.
Chug, be quiet. Now, I hate to be so harsh, but I'm afraid you young jitterbugs have to be taught some manners. And if you have anything to say for yourselves, I want to hear it.
Well, yes, Dad, we do have something to say. But would you excuse me for just a minute? There's something I want to ask the other kids.
You certainly may.
Hey, fellas, come here a minute. Now, look, my dad says some of the ceiling down the court, so don't you think we ought to...
Yeah, I think
okay
so.
with you?
Yeah.
Okay, fellas, thanks. Dad.
Well, Archie, go on. Go on.
Well, first, all the fellas want me to apologize for their getting a little wild.
I should think they would. The apology is accepted.
And we hope that this money will make up for the damage we did.
Well, I should hope it... Money? What money?
This money here, Dad. We all just chipped in to pay for the scratched floor and the broken ceiling. Well, I know it isn't very much money, but it's all we had. About $3, I think, and a little change.
Archie,
Yes, Dad?
you mean to say that your friends chipped in that money to pay for the damage you did?
Well, yes, Dad.
Well, Archie, there's only one thing I can say.
Yes, Dad?
If that's the kind of friends you have, I'd be a pretty mean old sourpuss to take that money or to stop the party. Happy Halloween, kids. Come on, Mary, let's dance.
Listen to those wonderful Swift's Brookfield sausages sizzling in the skillet. Man, there's an appetizing aroma floating through the kitchen, and it's an invitation to enjoy Swift's Brookfield sausage. For energy to get you up and pep to keep you going, eat Swift's Brookfield sausage. In link or in bulk, it's the sausage with the just right seasoning. And while you're at your dealers, be sure to look for Swift's Premium Franks. Made of all dinner quality meat, Swift's Premium Franks are wrapped in cellophane to keep them extra fresh and delicious. Your dealer also has a tempting variety of Swift's Premium Table-Ready Meats. Delicious pickle and pimento loaf is being featured this week, and you'll find it just the thing for lunches, quick suppers, and late evening snacks. And now back to the Andrews. It's many hours later, and the big Halloween party's all over, and everybody, including Mr. and Mrs. Andrews, had a fine time.
Oh, gee, Dad, that was a swell party, wasn't it?
Yes, son, it certainly was.
Yes, you seem to be enjoying yourself, I noticed.
Meaning what?
Meaning, where did you learn to jitterbug like that?
Oh, Agatha taught me. And you know something? Agatha's cute. Oh,
gee, Fred Andrews, you should be ashamed.
You've been listening to another chapter of The Adventures of Archie Andrews, written by Carl Jampel and based on the copyrighted feature appearing in Archie Comics magazine. Archie was played by Bob Hastings, Jughead by Harlan Stone. Mom and Dad Andrews are played by Alice Ureman and Arthur Cole. Veronica and Betty by Gloria Mann and Rosemary Rice. Others in the cast were Pat Hosley and James Dobson. This program is produced and directed by Kenneth McGregor. Listen next Saturday when we bring you more of the merry adventures of Archie Andrews. This is Bob Sherry wishing you all a very pleasant weekend. So long. Swift and Company invites you to stay tuned for Meet the Meeks, which will be heard immediately over most of these stations.
This is NBC, the national broadcasting company.
That was The Adventures of Archie Andrews with the episode titled Halloween Party, as originally heard October 30th, 1948. And finally on Classic Radio Rewind, we'll hear from Lights Out. When the prime suspect for the murder of a police officer refuses to talk, the cops lock him up in a special cell. From July 20th, 1946, this is Lights Out with The Haunted Cell.
Lights out. Everybody. This is the witching hour. It is the hour when dogs howl and evil things are let loose on a sleeping world. Sit in the dark now and listen to Lights Out.
So you don't believe in ghosts, huh? Let me tell you something, friend. Guys that don't believe in ghosts is guys that ain't never seen none, ain't that right? Listen, I can tell you a ghost story that'll make your hair curl. I'll say it'll make your hair curl. Listen. Last August, I was nabbed by a couple of coppers. Never mind the details. It just so happened that they come up on me when I was sticking up a filling station and, well, they drugged me in. It was a tough rap to beat, since they got me standing there flat-footed holding a gun on one of the filling station guys and, well, the coppers didn't like me anyway. Huh? Oh, yeah, sure. 'Cause I'd had to bump off a copper a week or two before. And wouldn't it be my luck to be picked up by this guy's partner? Well, they took me in and they decided to show me the goldfish. You don't know what that is, huh? Well, I'll tell you.
You're a liar.
Yeah? So what, copper?
You rat. I know you knocked off Ambrose Hogan, and you're gonna fry for it.
You gotta prove it first, Miller.
Pull the light over this way a little more, John.
Okay.
Right in his eyes. I'll prove it, Rap.
Go ahead.
Hand me the hose, John.
Now, look here. Don't you go ahead.
Now, what do you say?
I'm not gonna rat to no fact.
You ain't, huh?
You wait till I get to a mouthpiece, Miller. You'll be walking a beat out in Circleville where the out.
It won't make no difference to you, punk, where I'm walking a beat, not when you're burned.
Yeah? Who's gonna burn me?
You knocked off Ambrose Hogan.
I was in Omaha the night he got knocked off.
Listen, Maxie. Get this now. Ambrose Hogan was a white guy. When I seen him laying on a slab downstairs, I took a solemn oath I'd get the rat that done it if it took me 50
You ought to hire a... I'll get you for this, copper.
I don't think you're going to get anything out of him, Miller.
There's a smart copper, Miller.
Yeah? Listen, I got a way to get things out of smart guys like you, Maxie. Come on over here, John.
What are you going to do? Listen, Miller.
Shut up.
I want a lawyer. You got to let me have a lawyer. You can't get away.
You want to sing, Maxie? Or do you want to spend a few hours in the haunted cell upstairs?
The what? Oh, another gag, huh?
Think so? Listen, I bet you $8 you change your mind, baby. Get up.
What are you going...
Get going. Go ahead, John. Open the door.
Okay. What are you going to do to me? You can't get away.
Ever know Skeeter Dempsey, Maxie? Come on, this way.
What about him? They burned him last winter.
Yeah, that's right. Friend of yours?
I knowed him.
Well, that's just fine, Maxie. Yes, sir, that'll be just dandy.
What you asking about Skeeter Dempsey for, Miller?
Skeeter killed a copper, too.
So what?
It's bad business to kill coppers, Max. All ready, John?
All ready, yeah.
Right this way, Maxie, my boy.
What you up to?
I'll tell you. Right in there, baby. Get in there, you. Now, listen. This here's the cell that Skeeter Dempsey was locked up in when he first came here. He liked the cell, Maxie. He still likes it.
What do you mean?
He'll probably be around to see you before the night's over.
Oh, yeah? Another one of your gags, huh? Well, you won't kid me, copper.
This whole corridor, Maxie, you're the only guy in it, except Skeeter Dempsey. We'll see what a night here with him will do to you, huh, John?
Yeah.
If you get scared, Maxie, just call. Just yell. Nobody'll pay any attention to you. Nobody at all. Except maybe Skeeter Dempsey. Good night, Max. Come on, John.
Hey, listen now.
Pleasant dreams, you rat.
You can't scare me, Miller. I know your gags. You can't scare me.
No, we'll see about that.
Ghosts. Hey, I want a lawyer.
Good night, Maxie.
Hey, you can't turn the lights out on me. Miller, turn the lights back on, Miller. You can't leave me here in the dark.
Can't, huh?
Miller, why, you flat-footed... Miller, come back here. Miller, I'm scared. Turn the lights on, Miller. For the love of Mike, I'm scared of the dark. Go on. Turn the lights on, Miller. Please. Miller, listen. Take me out of here and...
Cut out the yelling, Maxie, and sit down.
Who are you?
Don't you know me, Maxie? I'm Skeeter Dempsey.
You can't be. It's a gag. Listen, copper.
I'm no copper, Max. Sit down. Let's talk about things.
Where are you?
Right here.
Wait till I light a match. I want to see what you look like.
You'll be surprised, Max.
There ain't nobody here.
Oh, yes, there is, Maxie. I'm right here beside you, kid.
Yeah? It was Skeeter Dempsey, all right. I recognized his voice right away. When I lit the match and couldn't see nobody there, I guess I fainted. I remember trying to yell, only my voice wouldn't work, and when I come to, I was laying on the cell floor. For a minute, I couldn't figure out what happened, and then it all come back to me. You know how it is when you're really scared? Or maybe you've never been real scared, huh? Well, I'll tell you. My mouth was so dry I couldn't hardly breathe. All I could hear was my heart pumping away as loud as an old flivver engine. I was too scared to say a word. I just crawled up onto the bunk and laid there, listening.
So I scared you, huh, Maxie?
Listen, go away now. Whoever you are, go away, go away.
Oh, shut up. I ain't gonna hurt you.
I could pray you away.
No, you couldn't, Maxie. You couldn't pray me away. What they got you in here for?
Bumping off. Hey. Nothing.
You knocked off that Hogan guy, didn't you? Well, it's too bad for you, Max.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you still here?
Sure.
You ain't Skeeter Dempsey.
Yes, I am.
Listen, Skeeter Dempsey was burned last winter. I know a reporter that seen him set in a chair.
That's right.
Well, then you ain't Skeeter Dempsey.
Yes, I am.
I know. I know you're Skeeter. I know.
Stop jittering. I ain't gonna hurt you.
But you're a ghost.
Well, what if I am?
I wish you'd go away.
Why should I? This is my cell, after all.
Oh, Skeeter, please.
Oh, can it? Listen, let's talk. I haven't had nobody to talk to for 2 months.
Who'd you talk to then?
George Brown. You remember him?
Yeah, ice guy, yeah. Hey, George Brown hung himself in a cell here.
Yeah. This cell.
This cell?
Uh-huh. Him and me sat up and talked all night. And he hung himself next day.
What'd he hang himself for?
Oh, he'd have got burned anyway. They had him for 2 jobs. One knocking off an old lady for $70, and the other shooting that bank guy down in Springfield.
Did you see him hang himself, Skeeter?
No, I wasn't here at the time.
Where was you?
Oh, I was away.
Skeeter?
Yeah?
What does it feel like to be dead?
All right.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
What's the matter?
Well, what about hell and all that?
You get used to it.
My old lady used to make me go to Sunday school, and they used to talk about hell there. Fire and everything.
There ain't no fire.
Ain't they?
No. It's worse than that.
What's it like?
You'll find out.
If I get out of this rap, I think I'll go straight.
You're too late, Mac.
No, I ain't. I'll beat it.
No, you won't. You gotta croak.
Sometime, yeah.
You'll croak on this rap.
How do you know?
I know. There's one way you could get out of some of the hell, though, Mac.
How?
Bump yourself off.
What do you mean?
Well, if you wait for the law to punish you, that's one thing. If you take the law in your own hands and, well, kind of punish yourself, it'll make a difference.
Is it pretty tough, Skeeter?
What, hell?
Dying.
It hurts awful. The chair, I mean. You go in feeling pretty cocky and figuring you can take it and you're going to be a tough guy and all. And then...
What then, Skeeter?
And all of a sudden you find you can't take it. You don't want to yell and scream, but... Oh, well, it's awful.
God. What that, Skeeter?
You ain't never had no pain in all your life, Max. Can begin to compare with the chair.
Yeah?
You'll find out.
Do you really think I will, Skeeter?
What do you think?
I wonder how it feels to bump yourself off.
George Brown said it was all right. Kind of made him feel better, he said.
He said?
Yeah, I seen him the day after.
Oh. Huh?
If I was you, Max, I think I'd do it.
Yeah. I'm not going to bump myself off. I won't do it. These lousy coppers ain't going to make me. Who's that?
Miller, I guess.
Is that you, Miller?
Who was you talking to, Maxie? Skeeter Dempsey?
Listen, Miller, let me out of here. No kidding, let me out. Put me any place you want to, but listen, Miller.
Scared, Maxie? Scared? Who was you talking to, Maxie? Skeeter Dempsey?
Miller, for the love of... Listen, Miller, turn on the lights. Will you turn them on, Miller, just for a minute?
Dark's got you down, huh?
Miller, please, turn on the lights.
Oh, why not? It'll be darker still when I turn them off again. What's the matter now?
Miller, there ain't anybody here.
That's right. Was Skeeter in here with you, kid?
I thought... There ain't anybody here.
Oh, yes, there is, Max.
I wouldn't worry about
I'm
it, Max.
right here beside you. And I'm gonna stay.
They kept me in that cell there for 4 weeks. Every once in a while, Miller'd come in and stand there in front of the door and laugh at me. Gonna sign a confession, Maxie? He'd say. Well, I wasn't gonna give him nothing. But that place got me. Just as soon as it was dark, I'd hear Skeeter Dempsey's footsteps and he'd come and sit down with me. I was awful scared at first. Kind of hard to get used to practically living with a ghost. But then I kind of get used to him. He was always telling me how I was going to burn and how I'd be better off to hang myself like George Brown done. I guess it was a little bit nuts. Miller wouldn't let me have no lawyers either. They was keeping me in there without knowing anything about it so as they could hand me the rap when the time come. Well, the time come. Someplace or other, Miller dug up the evidence that I wouldn't give them, and they had me. And how they had me. So one morning, a few weeks later, I'm sitting in the courtroom. The jury's been out 20 minutes.
Everybody rise. Sit down. Gentlemen of the jury, have you arrived at a verdict?
We have, Your Honor.
Will you pass the verdict to the bailiff, please?
We, the jury, find the defendant, Max Young, guilty of murder in the first degree.
Mr. Foreman, is this your verdict?
It is, Your Honor.
The defendant will rise.
Get up, Maxie.
Max Young, have you anything to say before sentence is passed on you?
Well, no, Your Honor.
You realize that in a verdict of guilty of first-degree murder, the death penalty is mandatory?
Yeah. Yeah, Your Honor.
Very well, then. It is the sentence of this court
that you are to be taken from this place and between the 21st and the 30th of December, shocked to death by electricity. And may God have mercy on your soul.
All right, Maxie. Come on this way. Well, Max, that's that.
Yeah. What'd you say?
Well, I didn't say nothing.
It was me, Max. I said there's only one way out. Now.
Well, so that was that. They wasn't ready to send me down to the state prison where they bump off guys, so they kept me in this here wing of the county jail where they had me in Skeeter Dempsey's old cell. I guess this guy Miller must have liked his pal Ambrose Hogan quite a lot, the guy I knocked off. Huh? Sure, I knocked him off. What's the use of kidding around? Yeah, I guess he must have thought a lot of him, 'cause he kept me in there where it was dark, where I'd be scared to death all the time. Really getting even. But I kind of fooled him. I wasn't so scared of Skeeter by this time. I got so I'd sit in the dark there and be waiting for him. And we'd talk about everything in the world. It was funny. People out of history and funny places and stuff, and a lot of things. Skeeter told me he saw a lot of the guys we talked about. Nero and Judas Iscariot. Well, why not? He was dead, wasn't he? And so was they. Oh, but I gotta hurry up with my ghost story, ain't I? That's right. What I was gonna say was, I was sitting there one night, the 23rd it was, day before Christmas Eve, sitting in the dark, and I heard Skeeter coming. Hello, Skeeter.
Hello, Max. How you feel?
Not so hot.
Still thinking about the hot squad, huh?
What else you expect me to think about? I wish they'd hurry up and get it over with. That's what I wish.
It's tomorrow night.
What is?
They burn you.
On Christmas Eve?
Yep.
Honest, Skeeter? How do you know?
I found out.
Oh, God.
Well, don't take it so hard. I'll walk in with you when I take you to the chair. I'll stand right there alongside you.
Will you, Skeeter? Will you, honest?
Sure. Won't do you much good, though.
Why?
I can't keep it from hurting you.
Honest, Skeeter, does it hurt a lot? Or is it all over with pretty quick?
It seemed to me to last 100 years.
Oh, I'm a sucker for pain, Skeeter.
Are you?
Sure. I cut my finger once. I put in there croaked with the pain.
You ain't felt nothing yet.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Gee, I remember, too, when I busted my leg. My old lady sat up all night holding my hand and me bawling.
This'll feel like 1,000,000 busted legs.
Listen, Skeeter.
What?
Didn't you say George Brown told you it didn't hurt much bumping yourself off?
That's what he said. What?
I was wondering.
Well, I know what I'd do if I was in your place.
Yeah? Would you bump yourself off?
Yeah.
I don't think I got the guts to do it, Skeeter.
It ain't hard. You got a belt. You could get it around your neck and climb up on the bunk and fasten the belt to the bars up above. Then all you gotta do is jump off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, it would help you out if you did.
What do you mean?
Well, you know, I told you. Kind of punishing yourself, see?
I know. But I can't, Skeeter. I can't. I don't want to die.
Well, it's all right with me. I was just telling you. Believe me, lad, I know what I'm talking about.
Do you, honest, Skeeter? Do you?
Yeah.
I wish I had the guts to do it.
Well, I don't care what you do, Maxie. Only you're going to get burned tomorrow night anyway. And if you want to get out of the most awful pain you ever had, do yourself a good turn at the same time. Well?
I wonder what it feels like.
George Brown said it only hurt for a minute.
He never had much guts. That I remember.
No. Here comes Miller. Gonna tell you, I guess.
Yeah.
You don't look very happy.
You what? Can you see in the dark?
Yeah.
Hello, Max.
Hello, Miller.
Want me to turn on the lights?
I don't care.
You getting used to the dark?
Yeah.
Well, I'll turn them on anyway. Well, Max, it's about the end of the string, huh?
Tomorrow, huh?
Yeah.
Well, that makes you and me even.
Listen, Max. I wanted to see you knocked off on account of Ambrose Hogan. Well...
I ain't sore, Miller.
Oh, you know.
Yeah. No hard feelings, Miller. It's your job being a copper and mine being a hoot.
Yeah. Well, is there anything you want, Maxie?
No, I guess not.
You ain't got no folks.
No.
I could get you a bottle of bourbon if you wanted it.
Nah, what's the use?
Well, you gotta get ready to go down to the state prison in a little while. They got the... Well, I mean, that's where you gotta go.
Do I have to go today?
Yeah, I guess so.
Well, kind of hate to leave this place at that.
Do you?
Yeah. Scared me quite a lot at first, but I guess it's taught me a lot, being here in the dark all alone.
Except for me, Max.
Yeah.
Well, Max, listen. Try to take it standing up, will you? You know.
I'll try, Miller. But it's going to be awful tough.
Yeah. Well, look, I'll be back in a little bit, and we'll go. Sure there ain't anything you want me to get, Maxie?
Nope.
All right. Oh. I'm sorry, Max.
Huh? It's okay, Miller. Forget it.
I told you, Max.
Yeah.
Well, I gotta be going. So long, Maxie.
You going, Skeeter?
Yeah. I'll, see you tomorrow night.
But listen, Skeeter, don't go away now.
I have to. And just in case you decide to do what George Brown did, there's an extra piece of rope under the mattress. You won't have to use your belt. So long.
Well, there you are. That's your ghost story. You believe in ghosts now? You don't? Well, you oughta. You see, I took Skeeter's advice. I hung myself. I've been dead 6 months.
All right. You can turn them on now.
You have just heard the third in the summer series of Lights Out. Tonight's story featured Norman Gottschalk as Maxie, Stanley Shule as Skeeter Dempsey, and Roy Engel as Miller. Boris Aplon was heard as the judge, and Nathan Davis as Johnny. Next Saturday night, come 9 o'clock, we've got a story cooked up for you that ought to give you a chill in the hottest weather. Two master magicians, both in the inner cult of Haitian voodooism, lock horns in a titanic struggle which comes to a climax over the Chicago airport. So you'd better make a mental note to be near your radio next Saturday evening. Lights Out is produced and directed by Albert Cruz. This is NBC, the national broadcasting company.
That was Lights Out with the Haunted Cell, as originally heard, July 20th, 1946. I'll be back with more in just a moment. Welcome back to Classic Radio Rewind, a programming reminder. Coming up later this month is Old Time Radio USA's annual Halloween Spooktacular. Halloween Spooktacular is a 3-day event that will kick off Tuesday, October 29th at 6 a.m. Eastern Time with the complete 52-part George Edwards serial of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. Later in the day, on the 29th, we'll continue with a 12-hour marathon of The Witch's Tales. The next day, on October 30th, Old Time Radio USA will celebrate the 86th anniversary of the Mercury Theater on the Air broadcast of The War of the Worlds. A long-standing tradition of Old Time Radio USA to broadcast in a back-to-back format, this episode all day long. And then wrapping up the Halloween tradition on October 31st with a 24-hour marathon of Lights Out. So mark your calendars for this 3-day annual Halloween Old Time Radio event. We've made an important programming update to the WOTR radio network. Radio Mystery Theater USA has been rebranded to better serve you, our valued listeners. After careful consideration and recognizing the limited interest in this original format, we decided to shift gears in order to bring you an even more thrilling experience. Introducing Nightmare Radio USA. Your new home for spine-chilling sci-fi, heart-pounding thrillers, and hair-raising horror shows that will keep you on the edge of your seat. Tune in and let the nightmares begin, only on Nightmare Radio USA. Nightmare Radio USA can be found wherever you listen to your favorite WOTR radio network station. And with that, brings this edition of Classic Radio Rewind to a close. Join us next week as we continue with more Halloween favorites from the golden age of radio. Until then, from Classic Radio Rewind and the WOTR Radio Network, this is Barry Slinker saying goodbye for now.
Classic Radio Rewind is a production of the WOTR Radio Network. For more Classic Radio Rewind, and to listen to any of the WOTR Radio Network stations, go to www.wotrradionetwork.com.